Beauties. It is almost the new year. It's the last day of 2020, and I thought it would be an opportune time to go over what my favorites of the year were. And I thought it would be fun to just kind of like give you guys an idea of like what I'm looking forward to next year as far as beauty. And let's just go ahead and get started. I'm super excited to do this. I know that I'm not one of those like people that already has like a reputation for having a lot of things, especially since I've kind of downsized a little bit. But the things that I do have and the deals that I like, the brands that I have been able to try and like expand upon certain things, then I have really grown to love certain brands, and I just can't wait to talk about them. I'm going to start off. I don't really talk about skincare that much because I use the Natasha stuff and that's usually all I use. But I got offered a deal to work with Lolly Beauty, and this is the Date Nut Brulee. It's like a moisturizer. It smells amazing. It smells to me like oatmeal cookies, sort of like with raisins. It's amazing. Now you can put it on your face, your lips, which I do a lot. You can put it, I put it on my chapped hands and like my knuckles and stuff like that. And because it's winter, and when it's winter, my skin just gets super chapped. I like to run outdoors in the morning, so my skin is, dealing with that. But this kind of fixes all of that. And I have dry spots on my face. I put it on there. Occasionally, I don't do it as much as I should, but when I do, I'm always grateful for it. You can also put it in your hair. And I really think that it's kind of one of those, you can use it everywhere kind of thing. Yeah, so I think that that's it for skincare. I don't think I have anything else that's really skincare. Not even like a primer that I think is amazing. I think that there's a couple of different primers that are out there that are good, but I've been using them for a while. So like the e.l.f. Putty primer is good. But I want to start now with, I'm going to go in with lip products. Now, we wear masks nowadays, and I don't get a chance to wear that many lip products. Especially if I'm going out, then I have to wear a mask, and I kind of tend to not wear anything on my lips. I tend to do something like, I'm going to just be real with you. I use this. This is from, come on, Sarah, the Vanity Affair. This is the Girl Power. It is a lip plumping and color changing lips gloss, and it does the trick. It really puts a little bit of kick into the color of my lips, and it does kind of volumize a little bit, so it's just nice for around the house basically. And it's natural and vegan, and I don't feel bad about putting it on my lips. It doesn't dry my lips out. That being said, the next products do, unfortunately. They are long wearing and they dry your lips out, but they are beautiful, and that's what I'm wearing right now. I love a chance to wear a good lip. This is from Maybelline. It is the Super Stay Matte Ink. I have several of these in different colors, and I gave one away in one of my giveaways. And also I gave away one of the matching ink crayons, the same brand. And they are really long lasting, but they are super drying. So just keep that in mind. And now that we've done lips, I am going to go ahead and talk about a foundation that I like. I don't usually talk about foundations that often. I discovered this, I believe, early this year, maybe the end of last year, I don't know, but it is amazing, and I don't think I could live without it. When it runs out, I'm going to buy more. It's the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. It's a concealer, base, and all of that. I am not wearing it today because I didn't think I would have enough time, because I thought I was going to run out on my lunch break, and then I decided against it. But it is really good stuff, and it does have like enough moisture to actually not make the dryness in my skin like evident from the road, from 50 feet away. The other thing that I wear, what I'm wearing right now, I'm wearing Juvia's Place foundation stick, the You Are Magic foundation, and it is in Aberdeen is the shade. And you guys, I mean, there's nothing left. That's like the plastic tubing. I have used the crap out of this. I think I have another color, but yeah, this is gone. I've used it up. I love it so much. I've got fuzz on it. How did I do that? I use a brush to put it on most of the time. Probably from the sweater I'm wearing. But yeah, this stuff is amazing. I've heard that their liquid foundation, the Juvia's Place You Are Magic liquid foundation, is really good, and it's a budget item. They're not super expensive. They're always having sales. They're sort of like Colourpop as far as price range goes, but they don't really get the love and the attention that Colourpop does for some reason. I guess people just don't realize they're out there. But you guys, Juvia's Place, man, Juvia's Place. And speaking of Juvia's Place, I'm gonna go right into the eyeshadow that I have to hide from myself, but I don't even do it anymore. I don't hide it from myself anymore. I got this mini, the Nubian. I have a full-size one as well. This little palette is, you can do anything with it. You can do so many different looks. Of course, you can see it, like I've almost hit pan right here on this shade. What's this shade called? Do they have a name on it? I can't see it. I'm blind. But yeah, this shade here, this little guy, I have used so much of it that there's pan coming through. And then, of course, I use a lot of this and this for the outer edge. And then this I use as eyeliner. This I'll use as my base a lot of times, and I use this one as base a lot of times too. So basically the only one that's not getting much love is this one shade up here. But it is such a great palette that is so good that I went and bought the full size of it, because the mini was just such a treat. Now, this is nice to just have near my computer where I put my makeup on and just not to think about it. I just keep it in a little makeup bag I have, and if I'm traveling or going anywhere, which nobody's doing this year, but if I was, you know, this would be something I would take with me. Then I have, did I take it with me? Have I gone anywhere this year? I don't think I've gone anywhere this year. I've not done anything because, you know, COVID. So yeah, I've been good and stayed home. But yeah, that palette, amazing. Second most used eyeshadow palette. Probably the one I'm wearing, and that is the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. I know people have their things to say about Jeffree Star, but it is makeup, and I'm here for the makeup. I'm not here for the drama, so take the drama somewhere else. I'm here to judge the makeup, and this makeup is beautiful. This palette is very loved. I wear it anytime I wear anything black, or just if I'm in a mood to, you know, kind of rock some shimmers. Like I have, this has got a beautiful shimmer that's the color of my skin. I can just throw that on and a pair of lashes, and maybe throw a little bit of this in the outer corner, and I look like I'm fully made up. It's such a beautiful palette, and I'm staring at it so much that I'm not even looking at you guys when I'm talking to you, and I'm sorry about that. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Sarah, and I have a tendency to look off into space when I'm filming. I apologize. But I love this palette. I love it, I love it, I love it. I don't care who makes it. If it's a good palette, it's a good palette, and it's a good palette. Now, everybody's skin type is different, and even your eyelids are different. Like some people have oily skin and they have oily eyelids. Everybody has oily eyelids. But people who have oilier skin, they have even more oily eyelids. So they may not be able to use something like this, or this may not work for them. It may just fall right off because of the oiliness. A new brand, and it was really hard to pick just one palette from this brand because I just discovered them this year thanks to Allie Dawson. And well, I knew of them because of Bridget and Allie, and this was the first time I started getting any palettes from them. Now, this was one of my Secret Santa gifts on one of my groups that I'm in. I got this. This is the Chocolate Donut palette, and let me show you. I like to keep them in their original packaging and keep the film on them as much as possible, so pardon that. But this is what she looks like, And again, that's like neutrals, and it's the browns and the tans and all that, but it has the shimmer in it. And the shimmers in Glimetic shimmers are the most beautiful, like vibrant shimmers I've ever seen. Ever. Like ever, ever. Let me just do some swatches of these colors here. Now, these are just, they're not real good swatches. I'm not the greatest at doing the swatches, but there's that one. There's that one. And that. I mean, just look at that. I'm pale. I'm super duper pale. For things to show up on me, it's a lot. Because when you're as pale as I am, if you put a shimmer on, it just kind of disappears if it's a light shimmer. And the dark shimmers sometimes look really kind of like ashy is the word I can think of. It looks like I've just picked up some ashes from a fireplace and thrown it on my face. Usually I just look dirty. But these shimmers, they have so much base pigment that they actually keep their color a little bit and kind of have like a sheer tint to them, if you will. And that is just, it's just beautiful. And but at the same time, that's not completely sheer. When you see in certain angles, it looks like it's like fully there. So it's phenomenal. Their formula. I have the ice cream palette. I have the pizza palette. I have a pie palette. I have another donut palette. What am I missing? Oh, I have one of the paint palettes, the new one, the Paint Pro. I have that one. This brand, if you've not checked out Glimetic yet, do yourself a favor. Check them out. They're having a sale right now. I think today's the last day. I don't know, but they have a code that you can use. You can get this palette for 15 bucks. 15 bucks for this guy. I mean, it's beautiful, and it comes in this beautiful little holder. Now, like, you know, I love packaging. So, yes, Glimetic is one of my favorites. And then, very last eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to talk about it just because I like it. I didn't think I liked greens that much. I didn't really think that I liked greens. But then I got a palette before this, a Melt Cosmetics palette, which, let me see if I can pull that one out, because that one is amazing too. Let's just show you where my obsession with green started. My obsession with green, you guys have seen me review this on my channel before. This is the Smoke Sessions by Melt Cosmetics. This is where I discovered I like the color green on my eyes, which I would have never thought, but it makes my eyes look green, or greener, because I have green in the center. That's what she looks like. Color is beautiful on it. The saturation, the pigment is beautiful. The shimmers, beautiful. They are very hit and miss, but this one is definitely a hit, as are some of the other ones I have. I have the Gemini palette, and I love it. I know some people hate the Gemini palette, but I freaking love it. But this last palette, this again is Jeffree Star. And yes, I know, I've heard it all before. But it's makeup, it washes off. It's okay, we're gonna be fine. This palette is beautiful on. You can do so many different kinds of looks with it. That is just so inspiring. When I see this palette, I just want to play in it. I just want to play with it. It's just hard for me to not play with. It's just perfect. It's just, and I don't even like green that much. My favorite color is purple. Now, I do love the purple palette that he came out with. I think it was last year. The Bloodlust palette. But the packaging on it is really, really hard for me to use. Because the outer carton, you know, I like to save the packaging, the outer packaging, and that unicarton just falls apart. It's just crumbling. But the palette itself and the colors and the shadows that are in that palette are my favorite purple. I have never loved a purple palette more than I love that palette. And I got it in my Halloween mystery box, and then ended up, I was going to give it to my mom, but then I ended up needing some money, so I sold it to her, and then I ended up, like, not selling it to her, sort of, but sort of did, and it was, yeah, but that palette is beautiful. She wanted me to keep it. It was the start of the stories. Mom wanted me to keep it because she's like, you need to have it for backup, you know, I don't want to take your only backup because you love this palette so much. I was like, Do I share it? Do I keep it and be greedy? I don't know. It's so hard to decide sometimes. So yeah, that was a little internal battle I had there. But yes, so those are my favorite palettes. Some of my favorite palettes, not all of my favorite palettes for 2019 or 2019, 2020. Oh my God, I don't even know what year it is. It's just that 2020 has been so disastrous that I don't even want to admit that we're in this year. I just want to skip it entirely or go backwards to 2019. But these are my 2020, I guess, top palettes. The ones that I use the most, or the ones I want to use the most. Mostly the ones I use the most. The donut palette is so new that it's not used the most yet. I can't really technically say that, but I will be using it more and more and more as time goes on, and I'm not upset with it at all. Okay, so that being said, let's move on. I do have something that's sort of, oh no, I have one more palette in here. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about this guy. This came in a BoxyCharm. This is a little Natasha Denona palette. This is the one we got for fall. Again, it's that color scheme. I like the warm, warm leaning towards the neutrals, warm neutrals type look to it. It was sent to us for the fall, for the November box, and I love it. I use it a lot too. I don't know why I forgot about it earlier. I think it's so small, it just fell down on the bottom of the box. I didn't see it, but it's a good one, and I highly recommend getting it if you are a eyeshadow palette lover like myself, or collector like I am. Because you can get it on places like Macari. I have a Macari. Of course I don't have that on there, but I have a Macari. I want to go, since we're talking about color and pigmentation and all that, I want to talk about another brand I like. This is Lunar Beauties. This is their blush palette. I'm wearing it today. It also has like a little highlighty blush that's kind of like a shimmery blush. I got this on Macari. So that means that it belonged to somebody else at first, but she never used it. So I scooped it right up. I love it. I use it a lot. I am scared of hitting pan on it. When I love something, love something, I don't like the idea that I'm going to hit pan on it. And I know I'm going to hit pan on it. I know that's going to happen. And that's a good thing. But in my mind, it's like really hard for me because then it's gone. It's like eating the last bit of your ice cream, you know? You want to eat the last bit of your ice cream because it's ice cream and it's tasty and it's wonderful. But at the same time, if you eat the last bit of your ice cream, you have no more ice cream left. That's the way I feel about makeup. It's like ice cream. I don't think anybody's ever compared makeup to ice cream before, so I might, well, no, I take that back. Glimetic probably has. Giselle, the owner of Glimetic, probably has. I'm sure she has, because all of her things are food oriented to the ice cream palette, which is amazing. It's pastels and it's beautiful. It's also got some like browns in it too. So, because you know I love the browns. I'll wear all the browns. While we're talking about color, I think this is the very last color product I have in there. This is from Colourpop. This is the gel liners, the cream gel liners that came or were part of the Fall Into Hue, the palette, the colorful palette set. They are amazing. They are amazing. I put them in my waterline all the time. I have the white in my waterline today, and of course it's all blackened from my black eyeliner I put underneath, but it puts a little bit of the white in there. It makes your eyes pop out. I hate saying pop out because then I feel like your eyeballs are popping out of your head, but they make them stand out a little bit more, makes your eyes look a little bit larger. And they have all these other colors. You can do other things with them. I mean, of course, you know, like having the darker color will give you more of a smoky look. And when you have as big of eyes as I do, it's okay for my eyes to look smaller. You know what I mean? It doesn't really hurt them. They don't really look smaller, even with dark colors on them, because they're so large, because I have humongous eyes. I've got a couple more products to go, and then we're done, and then I can post this video and get ready to enjoy New Year's Eve. Let's see. Next in line, I have discovered magnetic eyelashes and liner, or magnetic liner and lashes. This is from Glimetic. This is Birthday Bish, is how you say it, I believe. They're in these cute little containers, just like people who wear like lashes. But they're magnetic and they're beautiful. I'm wearing some today. I'm wearing is it not Bella? Maybe it's Bella. I don't remember what name it is. It's over there. It's one of the ones I got from BoxyCharm. But they're beautiful. They look very similar to this kind. I think these are got a little bit more on the end there. They're just a little bit longer on the edges here. Beautiful lashes. Very easy to put on. If you're somebody who has allergies, like myself, I have so many allergies that it's hard to find anything that works with my skin. And when that happens, you know, you've got to be a little bit more creative and try new things. And I thought about giving this a go because it was easy. And I also have like this little condition, I don't know what it is, probably something neurological, where I shake a lot. And it's really hard for me to draw a straight line and even put something on straight, and readjusting something is really difficult. But with these, because they're magnetic, you can put them up, pick them up, and just move them around back to where they need to be. So it makes it a lot easier, and they hold really, really well. You can, you know, use a blow dryer on your face and they don't go flying away. So they're really, really nice, especially now since eyes are kind of like the focus when you're wearing a mask. So, Glimetic lashes. And speaking of lashes, I am late to the party, but I finally discovered Urban Decay's Lash Perversion. I got it in something I got from the what is that? The beauty, the Home Shopping Network, HSN, yeah. But look at that's the little wand there, and it makes your lashes look longer. It really does. It kind of builds on them, and I have really short, stubby lashes, especially on one eye. I had where I used to wear, well, I wore them only a short while, but I wore falsies, and I had them glued in by what was supposed to be professionals, but they glued a lot of the lashes to my lashes because my eyelids are so thick that the ones that were touching my little eyelid peeled away because of the wetness from my eyelid, because actually the skin on my eyelid is thick, really, really thick. Plus I think they had a hard time seeing my lashes because my natural lashes are so pale and white that they just couldn't see them. So yeah. So that being said, I just have very, very sparse lashes, and they're very thin and short, and this makes it look like my lashes are at least normal length and normal volume. So that's cool. And definitely, of course, normal color. This is, I think, the blackest color that they have, and it is so beautiful. I'm wearing it on my lower eyes. I'm also wearing it on my upper lashes too, because if I didn't, then you would see my little white lashes underneath there, and that would just be funny. Maybe one day I'll do that just for kicks and giggles. It would be fun. I have 2 more items left. That's it. 2 more. Okay, so next we're going to get into setting. Setting your makeup when you're wearing a mask is super duper important, because if you don't really set your makeup, I have learned, this is all from experience, from personal experience, and your makeup will get all over your mask or just come right off your skin, and you're left with the mask area, no makeup. So you've got beautiful makeup covered skin that's got this like glowing complexion, and then not. And then the contrast is just too much to where it just doesn't look good. So not a good look, ladies, not a good look, gentlemen. We have got to do better. So in efforts to do better, in that same kit that I got from the Home Shopping Network that had the Perversion mascara, I forgot what this was called for a second. Duh. There was this all-nighter spray. Now, I know this is another thing I'm all late to the party for, but this stuff is so bomb. You put this on after you put on your makeup and let it dry. You gotta let it dry. That's the key to it. Let it dry for a little while, and then put on a mask. You will not see any makeup on that mask when you take that mask down, except for maybe your lipstick. And if you're wearing lipstick and a mask, you kind of know that's going to happen. But you don't, rest of your makeup doesn't budge. It doesn't go anywhere. And I've been really lazy lately. All I don't do contouring. I'm just doing blush, you know, because I got my little mani palette and that's it. And I haven't been setting with powder that often, but when I do set with powder, I'm going to use another JSC product. It's the luminizing powder and translucent. It just gives such a healthy glow look to your skin. It just looks nice and dewy and refreshed, and then your pores are minimized and your skin is refined, which gives you a nice, pleasing appearance. And I'm all for it, and I am not going to say I don't like it because I love it. So yeah, that is the total of things that I can't live without, and they are amazing. 2020 has been, it's been a trial. Everybody has had a tough year. We've lost so many people along the way, loved ones, people that were very close, and then some people we didn't get to know that well, that were taken before we got to know them. So it has been difficult for everybody. And then some of us have had rough situations like losing jobs, and being laid off because of COVID, or like myself, where I'm working from home, which is great, but I had an accident and things just got progressively worse from there because of that, you know, because of things being the way they are and us being limited and all that. It just wasn't what it could have been. And then my insurance didn't cover things. And you know, you guys who have been around before, and this is not your first time being on my channel, you know about the accident I have and how my mouth is all messed up because of it. And I have this little because of it. And this is not my real tooth. And like that one they put a temporary in, and they were using temporary cement, and the temporary cement didn't last. Anytime I would eat anything chewy, it would fall out. So if you've been following the saga of my channel, that has been a lot to deal with. And when I first had the accident, because I was running and I fell, my face just torn up. I still have scarring I'm having to deal with. Of course, the medical costs and the medical bills because of it. And then I started going through the change. Oh my gosh, this year has been traumatic. So yeah, I'm glad we're putting a close to this chapter and we're moving on. I'm putting out as much of good vibes as I can for next year, and hoping that we can like overcome all of this and 2021 be a lot, or not a lot less, at least a little less dramatic and stressful than 2020 has been. You know, just a little. I'm not asking for it to be perfect and everything to go, you know, according to our plans and all that. I'm just asking for it to be a little less hectic, a little less crazy, and a little less stressful. And I hope that goes for all of you guys. I hope that not just my circle of people, but everybody out there, even people, you know, who have never watched me before, because everybody is important. I hope we all, the entire world, I hope that we all have a little bit better of a year than we did in 2020. And I'm looking forward to it. And I have nothing but good feelings for the changes that I've tried to make and started the ball rolling on. I have a Poshmark and I have a Macari. If you're interested, definitely check them out, because I do have a bunch of stuff on there all the time. I have some clothes, I have makeup, and anytime I get a mystery box, if there's something that I don't think I'm going to use, I don't keep it. I just give it away. I don't want to keep things in my collection that I know I'm never going to use. So I just do the next best thing and try to get them a new home. And if I can put a little money in my pocket for it, great. And you would be like, you gotta make your whole money back. But if you didn't pay for it that much, or you didn't pay much for it in the beginning, like you got it in a subscription or a mystery box, and the price on it, you cut it down to like each individual thing, the pricing on it is just so much lower that you can afford to sell them on something like Poshmark and still put a little bit of money back in your pocket and probably earn back everything you spent in the first place. Maybe more. So that's fun. I definitely recommend doing it. People will try to lowball you though. They will. They will. They will fight you to get something down to a really ridiculously low price. They will. And you know what? I admire them for it. I admire that they're doing that. Good for you that you want something for a super duper duper low price. Go ahead and ask. It doesn't hurt, but don't gouge somebody. Don't do that. You know, just don't do that. Because not everybody just has money to throw around. I mean, again, I got a lot of my stuff that I'm selling in mystery boxes, or I got them in BoxyCharm or Allure. So I really didn't pay that much for them. When you go put it down on paper, I didn't really pay that much for them. But good quality stuff, you should put, you know, what you would want somebody to buy it from you for. I don't know. Anyhow, that's just a thought. This is me on my soapbox for a little while. Let me get down off that soapbox, because guess what? It doesn't matter in the end. I hope you all have a wonderful evening and a happy, happy New Year Eve. Happy, happy New Year's Eve. And that everything is fun tonight and you take some time to reflect and spend with your family and think about the good things to come. If you're new to my channel and you like what you saw, like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you are looking forward to most in 2021, because I want to see. And I read the responses, or read the comments, and I respond. So definitely tell me what you're looking forward to in 2021 down below. And again, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching all of this. Love you guys so much. And thank you so much for being here. Peace out, homies. Bye-bye. Bye.